Here we go again. Here we go again. Feminists are outraged by Marvel Rivals update. What's it gonna be this time?
Hey guys, welcome back. So the other day we were talking about these Concord players upset with Marvel Rivals, as well as Redditors on Our Girl Gamers also upset at Rivals, saying that the designs of the female characters are too sexualized and that this is so...
The guys in Marvel Rivals show way more skin than the girl characters. This is freaking ridiculous. Look at Hulk. Look at Hulk. He's full tits out. He's full tits out. Yeah.
Problematic, you know, blah, blah,
Look at this guy in his like little tight shorts. His little short tight shorts. Green, in my opinion.
Blah, blah. And now, go figure, a new top post on Our Girl Gamers from just one day ago is once again complaining about Marvel Rivals. Let's take a look. Oh, and I should mention, I'm in LA and there's a bunch of crazy fires going on. If you're in the LA...
I heard that where I used to live, they cut off all the power. Dude, how fucking ridiculous. Okay, first off, let me tell you about the California fire thing. A little bit of a tangent, but he did bring it up. There's a new fire burning towards Hollywood. Okay, so what happened was they shut the power off in a bunch of places in California because they're like, oh, we don't want like electrical fires to happen. Am I in California? No, fuck no. I left. I got the fuck out of there. So like they cut the power because they don't want more electrical fires to start. And then number two, they have no water. They can't put the fires out because they're running out of water because they didn't want to like hurt the fish. Gavin Newsom didn't want to hurt like the Delta smelt, which is like a species of fish that like is trying to kill itself off. And they made it so like, oh, like, you know, we can't like save water because it's bad for these fish populations. So all the reservoirs are like running out of water. So California's in like another water crisis and they don't have enough water to put the freaking fire out. And on top of that, they don't even manage the forests very well. Yeah, Newsom is freaking ridiculous, man. Like he gives all the money to fucking crackheads. Like I just don't understand this guy. Dude, he literally looks like a Marvel villain. The mayor of California is apparently in Ghana. With the mayor, you mean the governor? Oh my god. I care about people more than fish. Yeah, me too. I mean, I talked about this before, guys. Like, this is just my take. This is my honest take. Fuck pandas. Honestly, if they want to go extinct, then let them go extinct. What are we doing with these pandas? Like they don't even want to live anymore. Why are we propping up their populations and like forcing them to fuck each other? Like just you know, it's over. It's over. You know, it's over. Like what are we spending all this money for? Trying to prop them up and keep them alive.
That's
you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like what are we doing? They don't want to exist anymore. They don't want to fuck. How's that our fault? How's that our problem? I only care about if humans don't want to fuck. Pandas, why do I care? There's plenty of fucking bears in existence. You know what I mean? Like we got polar bears, we got grizzly bears, we got brown bears. I guess grizzly bears and brown bears are the same thing. And black bears. Like moon bears. We got moon bears too. Why do we need pandas? Why do we need them? They just sit there and they eat bamboo and then that's it. Like who the fuck cares? Red pandas are cuter than regular pandas, to be honest. I'm just saying. They seem kind of dumb.
Area. I hope you're safe with all this crazy stuff. This is also causing plenty of power outages, and I don't know if my power is going to go out today at all, so I'm trying to be extra quick in this video, just in case it goes out. Hopefully I can get this done before that. Thanks for your understanding, and now back over to Reddit. Once again, this recent top post from Girl Gamers with almost 600 upvotes before the post was locked by the moderators says, for the girlies that are addicted to Marvel Rivals like me. So I don't know if it's just me, but this new Gooner skin they are releasing along
Gooner skin
with the new character Sue Storm, that being Invisible Woman, is so ugly to me.
Then don't use the skin. Then don't use... What? How is this even a problem?
Her default is so much prettier. And no, I am not trying to say that showing the curves of women in games is always a bad thing. I think Psylocke's skin is very pretty too, even though it's Gooner material. If done tastefully, I think...
Wait, the Psylocke skin is Gooner material? That's the original skin. The Psylocke skin that like has her showing more skin is the original Psylocke outfit.
They're very cute, but if her behind and legs were covered, I bet you no one would be buying this skin. Very disappointed, to be honest. And there you go, there is the skin being referenced, the Malice skin.
I'm gonna be real, I don't like it. I know a lot of people like it, but I kind of like her original outfit more.
Destroy.
But I'm just not gonna use it. I'm just not gonna buy it. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I really appreciate it. You have to look at it from the back,
which is based on a comic where Invisible Woman did become this Malice character, a villain. I'm really not familiar with that comic, but that's what I saw looking it up. And for additional,
okay, that's cool then. It's just like it's another version of her, like from the actual canon. That's cool because some people will like that. There'll be people that actually like Malice, and they'll be like, "Oh, I get to play as Malice in game." Like that's fucking cool.
Context, frame of reference here. This is
look at this skin.
Invisible Woman and
her regular skin doesn't show anything.
Skin in game in Rivals.
She's wearing like skin tight outfit, but who the fuck isn't? You can practically see Wolverine's balls in like his old stuff. Like,
and then here's an example of the Malice skin being used in game. The only thing I find disappointing is in her trailer for this skin, she's got this really cool red energy. But in the gameplay, apparently it's going to be the same standard blue as normal, which is understandable though, because it might be confusing for people to have like an Invisible Woman with red energy. So they're probably just trying to keep things simple and keep it blue. Maybe also
100% agree with that.
But these guys got a lot of money. They're probably just thinking from like a gameplay perspective.
Also tonight, later on, after Off the Grid, we're gonna look at the patch. There's like the balance patch. And if you guys don't know, I used to be a balance designer for a competitive esports game. Used to do game balance for it. So I'm going to be going over the balance patch with another game designer, and we're going to talk about like what's good and what's not good in the patch. So if you're interested in like an analysis, like a game developer analysis of the buffs and the nerfs, we'll be doing that later tonight.
I'd imagine. Back over on Reddit Girl Gamers, the post we were taking a look at, we've got a top response that reads, "This stuff peeves me. The bottom half makes no sense with the top half. I get it, sex sells, but JFC. Not every single thing has to sell, especially if it's some cool armor, but you say screw it to half of the design.
Just don't buy it. You buy skins that give you the look. The whole point of skins is to alter the character to be more appealing to you, to some aspect that you like. Those are the best skins, by the way. The best skins in games are the ones that alter the feel of the character. So like for instance, this one's a really good skin because you have the invisible girl or whatever, and she has like, the classic like Fantastic Four look, and then you have one that looks like a little bit more edgy. Completely changes the feel of the character for people that don't really like the regular like kind of more basic look and they want something like a little bit more edgy. Then they can pick up the skin, and then now they have Invisible Girl to play, even though they weren't really attracted to her aesthetics previously. Now they are, and that's kind of like what I like about skins in general. With like, for instance, there's like a character I don't really like how they look, but then the skin makes them playable. And that's really cool, I think.
Typical easy Coomer bait. It's already in pretty much every other game alive. And then there's already other Gooner feeding characters. But I'm just a silly, stupid Jeff main. Also, the bodies are comical. Most of them are rail thin with twig waist and triple BBL. Also, the bodies are comical. Most characters. But I'm just a silly, stupid Jeff main.
To be fair, Jeff doesn't have any fucking clothes. Jeff's a fucking slut too. A furry slut, actually.
Also, the bodies are comical. Most of them are rail thin with twig waist and triple BBLs. Also, broke back syndrome. It's comical and cheap looking.
What's BBL? What is BBL? What is a BBL? What does that mean? Brazilian butt lift? Oh yeah, they all have nice asses. But I mean, let's be real, like all the characters, even the male characters are like that too. Like, have you fucking seen The Punisher? Like have you seen Venom?
Besides Squirrel Girl, one of the only remotely non-broken, whack-looking body. And I'm thin, so it's...
Oh my god, bro. Hold up, dude. Dude, that's actually the funniest shit ever. Because this person literally just gave away the game. They literally just gave it away. Listen to it again. Listen to it again.
One of the only remotely non-broken, whack-looking body. And I'm thin.
Why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta clarify that you're thin? Why is that? Is it because you think it's insulting to be called fat? Because you think it's less good? Very interesting.
So it's not because she looks like me, lol. Don't get me started on Penny Parker and why her depiction...
It's not because she looks like me. Fucking Squirrel Girl, bro.
Pisses me off. Of course,
dude, the projection is so fucking real, dude. It's like every time these people are the most hateful. It's actually so wild.
Not a man with male gaze, though. Another top response says, honestly, and I'm honestly Just saying this here because I'll get yelled at if I say it in another subreddit, but I'm kind of annoyed Sue Storm is a support. Wow, guys, I think she's honestly being honest about this. Continuing, she says,
to be fair, I kind of wish that she was a tank because she has like force field powers, but I think she works as a support, honestly. Like she got like other support aspects. It's fine.
I assumed she would be because it's not like
one thing I was thinking about also game design wise is an interesting thing here is I think the reason that she can't be a tank, and this is an actual game developer reason, so hear me out on the mechanics. Tanks are bigger in build. That makes them easier to hit to compensate for their large HP pools. That's why like the only tank right now is Penny, because she has a fucking mech. So despite being like a tiny girl, like her hitbox is fucking massive. And if you take a look at every single support, they're all super thin and hard to hit. All of them are. All of them are like these like really thin girls that are like incredibly hard to hit, or Rocket, who's like fucking odd job basically. They're all like really hard to hit except for like Loki. Loki's like the only one that's not hard to hit, but he has clones. So he's hard to hit because you can't tell which one is him, right? And then Jeff again is like super small like Rocket, right? Like they're basically like odd job, right? And then if you think about like DPSs, they're all like kind of depending on like their DPS role, they have a varied hitbox from medium to small based on like if they're like a don't get hit as much but low HP character, or like a little bit higher HP but then like bulkier hitbox, kind of like Wolverine, for instance. Wolverine has a lot more survivability. The Punisher has his turret so that he can like kind of block, but then he's also has a big hitbox. So like when Punisher is not in his turret, he's actually pretty vulnerable. And then you have someone in the middle, kind of like Star-Lord, who's like smaller than Punisher, but he can like dodge. He has iframes and stuff like that. And then you have a character like Psylocke, who's like super hard to hit because she's super thin, but she has to get like kind of really close to like actually deal a lot of damage to you. So it kind of makes sense. I think the size of the character is like going into the design of it. And I think that's the reason we're not seeing any female tanks. I think if they do add a female tank, they'd have to be different. They have to compensate like HP wise or something like that to make up for the fact that their hitbox is small. Yeah, it was something I was thinking about, like why there's no girl tanks. And I think that's the reason, right? Penny, again, is the only girl tank. She has a fat hitbox because she's in the mech. Well, even Magic is harder to hit than than any of the other tank characters. Actually, there is one tank character that's kind of hard to hit, and that's Captain America. But he's really fat. He's not like a heavy tank, right? Like he doesn't have that much. He's gonna die. Like if he gets like lasered, he's gonna have trouble. But he has like ways to like jump around and like kind of hold his shield up, run around really fast. So it's kind of harder to hit him. But then like characters like Strange have a shield because he's like kind of big hitbox. Hulk has a fuck ton of HP. Magneto has a giant hitbox as well, but he's got like the shield and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the reason, guys. I think that's why.
All the supports have healing powers necessarily in the comics, and tanks / DPS / healer roles should be discernible at a glance in Hero.
That's probably why they couldn't make her a tank.
Necessitates them being designed with different silhouettes. I get why they did it, and it's what I expected them to do, but I was still kind of hoping she'd be a tank. The whole girl equals support trope annoys me so much. Okay, but in this game you've
girls like playing support more.
Got female characters who are
also, it's easier, so you can play with your boyfriend.
Are tanks, DPS, and healers, and you've got male characters who are also tanks, DPS, and healers. In other words, that complaint really doesn't make sense.
Don't hate. I'm just telling the truth.
Right now, before the release of Invisible Woman, there's currently more male characters who are healers than female characters who are healers. For the male healers, you've got Adam.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's Adam Warlock as well. Adam Warlock is a little bit thicker as a support, but he does a fuck ton of damage. This guy will fuck you up. If you like try to like flank this guy and fight him, he will kill you in one hit. This freaking Adam Warlock guy. Yeah, there's that.
Warlock, Jeff, Loki, and Rocket. And for female healers, you've got Cloak, Luna Snow, and Mantis. So yeah, that user is making a terrible point.
True.
Then we've got this one that says, I really hope this doesn't be...
Unless you don't count... You're not counting Rocket as a man? Is it because he's short? It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
Become a regular thing for them. The initial designs were more or less okay. Some egregious stuff, but it was manageable. If they're just going to do skins like this for every female, then I'm going to unfortunately lose interest pretty quickly. She can have sexy skins. Please just make them actually sexy. So similarly to the other comment, I think these people are making bad points because they're too hyperbolic. Currently, there's only 2 very revealing skins in game. One for...
The truth is, it's really easy. The truth is, they're retarded. That's it.
Psylocke, which is like her classic outfit, and now this one for
it is what it is,
which is of course the Malice outfit. So yeah, it's not even close to every female character having skins like this, and I don't get why these people can't critique the skins without being so over the top and dramatic about it all. Like, as I've said in other videos too, I'm not a fan of very revealing outfits in general. For example, I did buy an alt skin.
I think it's cuter when they don't have it. I think it's actually more sexually attractive when they don't show that much skin, because it's kind of like the allure of like what it could be. I think when it's like super revealing, it already like shows most of it, so it's kind of like it doesn't really have the appeal.
Psylocke, but not her original outfit that's really revealing. I bought the pink Sakura version of the
that one's cute.
Outfit,
I like that
default
one.
outfit. I think the default outfit
I like Psylocke's new outfit a lot more than her old
version
one.
of it just looked better in my opinion. And I believe that outfit was also made by Peach Momoko, who is a very talented Japanese artist who has done a lot of Marvel art, so very cool. Finally, that takes me back to another point that I'd like to make regarding the OP, who did mention Psylocke's skin, saying, quote, "I think Psylocke's skin is very pretty too, even though it's Gooner material," unquote. So presumably by saying Gooner material skin, they're referencing the original outfit from her comics. This one right here, which once again, as we just went over, is not actually her default skin. And on top of that, Psylocke also has another skin you can buy, the pink Sakura one that I got. But the OP here is acting like Psylocke has a single skin in the way they phrase that, and that is the quote-unquote Gooner one. And my ultimate point about this is these people are so hyper fixated on things to get mad at and or call problematic.
Dude, I still am amazed at the term Gooner, like coming out of nowhere. Like, I swear the term Gooner just came out in the last year. Because when I heard like gooning before, I thought of like, oh, it's a person that posts on something awful.
That they seem to miss basic facts that are right in front of them. And then we've got some comments that are just insults as these people seethe. For example, "They're really trying to get the Gooners, huh? A lot of 40-year-old dudes who are virgin are about to be very happy." Then there's this one that says, "Unfortunately, because practically all comics tend to be drawn and written by absolute Gooners and losers, most of the skins for the female characters in Marvel Rivals will be extremely hypersexualized, and practically all of the characters will be unnecessarily caked up with big breasts and a tiny waist." Here's another one that's not just insults. It says, "Yeah, no, I do not think I'm going to be playing anymore. I honestly am just growing."
Also, like, I don't know. I might just be making shit up, but is it just me? Or does it seem that like the same people who are like, oh, fucking Gooners, like disgusting Gooners, are the same people that are like, oh yeah, like sex positive, they like sleep around, fucking don't give a shit, slut all day, fucking high or something? Like I feel like it's the same people.
And I was honestly pretty excited for this update. I do not care if people think I'm quote unquote too sensitive or that I'm quote unquote too woke, but it gets to a point where it's degrading. The MR community, which is mainly male dominated, have decided the best way to foster
you guys. Thank you.
Is by sexualizing women.
Figured out
Thanks, Blue and the Maker. Thank you.
They don't want competition.
Okay, so as you can see, these people are obsessed with using the word Gooner. At this point, I think it's projection. Like, they're all complaining about this quote-unquote Gooner stuff, but they're the ones hyper-fixating on it. Or like this last person who's also making some weird headcanon about mutual gooning sessions. Oh, look, here's another one. How original. Of all.
Dude, this doesn't make any sense. Like... What do they think? What do they think? There's like a bunch of guys that they get together like, hey man, yeah, you want to play some Marvel Rivals? Yeah, you want to fap together? Yeah, dude, that new skin, like you want to fap? You want to like queue up and fap together like while we're in queue? Yeah. Like what the fuck are they talking about?
Costumes they could have chosen to adapt.
Hell yeah, bro.
Woman. They went out of their way to pick a very obscure, no one knew about costume that happens to be Gooner and over-sexual.
Hell yeah, bro. Let me know when you start. All right, let's start together. All right, ready, guys? All right. Like what the fuck?
That's telling where their priorities
What are you talking about?
And another one saying, I feel like the issue with the paid skins is that people will reliably buy the Gooner skins.
Hold on.
So they are just going to keep making them and print money. Overwatch had so many great skins that usually were not horny, at least before it became free to play. Throughout all the seething though, I did find one interesting comment that reads, I'm hoping that the goal with the Fantastic is that it feels like you're playing two roles at once. Reed gets to have the tanky control options and damage.
Reminds me of that one like Key and Peele sketch where the guy goes, he goes like, He's like, yeah, you guys, like this is his last night as like an unmarried man. This is his last night of freedom. All right, guys, let's like line up and we're gonna go da da da. We're gonna go da 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 and then like, wait, what are you talking about, bro? It's like talking about like setting up like a fucking like jack off train like with his friends. and he's like trying to like get everyone to do it because it's like the. Anyone watch that sketch? It's so funny.
Fire and does his range damage. Sue puts up temporary health for teammates and either goes stealth for big damage or act as all.
Yeah, it was hold on. Let me finish this first.
And Ben.
So let me finish this first so I don't fuck up the video for crazy.
Version of Wolverine where he just wins 1v1 fights with other tanks and has the ability to throw people he doesn't want to deal with out of the fight. There's very few hybrid roles in the game at the moment, so more would be good. The ones that do exist are looked down upon by the community. Wolverine is tank buster plus over 700 health guy. Storm is damage plus team buffer. Captain America as a beefy assassin. And it'd be nice to have team flexibility built into some of the characters. So props to that person who's attempting to have an actual discussion.
Yeah, there's a good point.
Most of everyone
I do like that a lot about Marvel, about how there's characters that are kind of hybrid. It's really fun.
Repeating the word Gooner over and over again. And or making very hyperbolic points that don't have any actual merit. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. This video was already much longer than anticipated. Thankfully, the power didn't go out after all. Still, I did rush this more than I'd
He's talking about how they're shutting down the power in California.
Me too, but thank you all for understanding. Hope you enjoyed the coverage regardless, and if you did, consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate you. See you in the comments and in the next one.
Hell yeah, I'll link that video. It's another Hero Hei video. I'll link it up for you guys here.